Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the FireStorm podcast. We are back with a special guest episode. We are bringing you a man who is known for many things, especially music and voice acting. He is part of two separate bands, Meka and Imperfect Storm.
Whoa.
He is currently in the room with Gus as we speak.
That's
We are
crazy.
speaking to Mike. I know, we're speaking to Mike. How are you doing,
Oh,
Mike?
Mike, how are you?
He's got a gun.
Yeah, it's pointed right at your head. Right at your head. I was like, hey, Mike, you're going to be on the fucking podcast. And if you don't, I'm going to fucking shoot you in the head.
He's literally only here because Gus has a gun and is
Yes.
in person with him. This is really cool that you guys are in person,
Gun
but that
laws.
makes it easier.
America.
It makes it easier to threaten people with gun points. So,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't
it's
need a
pretty
gun
good.
license to own a gun. This is America. I do what I want.
Holy shit. Damn, that's crazy. What have you been up to, Mike? How's it been going?
You went for so on my way here, I saw Mike walking. He's taking a walk. How was that? Was your walk good?
Of course, I went for like a hour and a half long walk, listening to some Japanese music as you do,
As we do.
as we do.
I
course.
think a solid 95% of our listening habits are in Japanese.
Pretty much, yeah. The fact that I'm
Who are
not
you-
fluent in
who are you
Japanese yet is
listening to?
surprising.
Yeah.
Who are you listening to?
A mixture of like, Kenshi Unezu, Mahu Mahu.
Mafu, that's it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Mahu Mahu,
That's
yeah, all
so
of it.
Trent doesn't know. Mafu is the guy who composed 1, 2, 3, the Pokemon opening, and performed it. Yeah.
yes.
Mike likes him a lot. He has a man crush on him.
I became very addicted to Mafu Mafu after that.
You're gonna learn very quickly that I'm either very knowledgeable in stuff or very dumb in shit. So you're gonna learn that very quickly.
There
Mike.
is no in
But no, there is not. that is the way I am. But anyway, Mike, I've noticed you dropped an album recently.
I did.
That's awesome, man. A 7-track album. How's that been going? I've noticed, are they a few songs you've just collected and made over time, or are they all kind of your most recent stuff?
Some of them I wrote not long after I moved out of my parents' house, which was about almost a year ago. I wrote some of those songs in January, and then I sat on them for a while, and then I fully recorded 4 out of the 7 songs in either April or May. And I've been sitting on these for a while.
Right.
And then the last 5, 6, 7, those last 3 songs came about recently.
Yeah, because it's those first few were in the works for a while. Like you had song like the versions of them that you had mixed.
Yeah.
And then you had our buddy Phil mix the rest of them. So Phil is the guy, Trent, who I know I've mentioned this to you, who I wanted to like get to mix some of my songs a little bit down the line. He lives in this house.
Yeah.
So he mixes most of Mike's stuff. It's just like I think he's been like, how long has he been doing this? Like
over 10 years.
yeah. But that's much longer than either of us. So it's like,
He's got experience.
yeah, well, we trust that.
And he went to college for it.
Oh, damn. He was the one that mixed your cover of Tried and True, wasn't it?
For my cover, yes.
Yeah. Didn't mix mine.
Yes.
That was me.
No. I was going to say because, Mike's cover of Tried and True, which is Gus's song. Wow.
Holy shit.
It's pretty sick. Holy shit. Yeah, no, that mixing is it's clean as fuck. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. That's why I give all my rock stuff to him.
Yeah, fair enough. I noticed with the Vestal album, like you had a few singles out before, like the Vestal single out before. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm sure it's a really cool feeling at being able to drop a full album. I mean, that's not something a lot of people get around to, especially nowadays when people just do nothing but singles the majority of the time because it's just easier
God, it
to
pisses me
get
off.
out.
Oh.
Does it genuinely? Does
Well,
it?
a little bit. Like, I don't know. You look at people like, I mean, because some artists, especially like people in our field that do like a lot of covers and shit, it's all just singles. And even if you look at someone like, you don't have to look any farther than like the nerdcore rapper guys. All of their songs are just singles. And like
Yeah.
that bothers me. I'm like, why not just put some of them in an album? You could do like Nerdcore Collection Volume 1 or some shit.
The problem with the music industry right now is that albums are not doing well.
Well, yeah,
And EPs
but it's
are
all
not doing
it's all
well.
digital anyway, right? Like,
Right, but their issue is that what's grabbing people right now is people's attention span is so short to the point where it's the only way they're going to be able to get people to listen to it is to give it to them quick. How do you get in quick? Singles.
Yeah, I guess to an extent, right? But like at the same time, it feels like it's more of a compilation, right? Like you don't have to
Right.
buy the whole album to get the one song.
Yeah.
That's not how the digital space works.
Right.
So like, I don't know, because for me, I'm like I get so much satisfaction in putting a bunch of covers into like a little compilation, like anime covers Volume 1, anime covers Volume 2, etc. Like that is like that's nice. I like that. And plus it doesn't make it any less accessible. Right? Like, I don't know. It's just when I have to scroll through a whole fucking thing of singles, I'm like, ugh. I mean, I guess that's why you have the search function.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's
I guess
so
that's
many.
why when people make albums nowadays, like especially the bigger bands, they got to include things like unique songs that aren't released before or remixes of stuff just because they want to get the album a bit more attention to it. Like that's why, like I do like the way you do your anime cover compilations, like, and you speak of nerdcore rappers and stuff like that. Like Dan Bull does stuff like that. He does collections of like these 12 most recent nerdcore songs in an album. Like people
That's the way to
do
go about
that,
it.
but yeah, you're right. With the way like the online, like the internet sphere is, singles are the most efficient way to get people what they want now. So yeah, it does suck though. I do like a good album. I do like a good CD.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
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 That's what I see in you. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
That's what we all see, guys. But I noticed actually going through both of your channels. I don't know how many channels you have, Mike, but I know you've got Mechanizer 8, which I'm assuming
no.
that's your old name. And yeah. I found it. Don't worry, it's mostly Spyro content. That's sick.
Yeah, actually, I just want to touch up on that one real quick. So that channel, I used for back before Spyro Reignited Trilogy was announced. We were trying to find a bunch of evidence to prove it was coming out.
Oh yeah, you told me.
And so this channel existed to talk about try to get hype built for the game.
Before it existed.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were just looking at little hints that were dropping and going, guys, look at this. Guys, look at this. Guys,
But
look
yeah,
at
I
this.
saw Mechanizer 8. I saw just nothing but Spyro stuff, and I'm like, sick. That's cool.
But yeah, that's a channel that I no longer use.
Yes.
I shouldn't be doing that.
As is evident by your Twitter, previously Mechanizer 8, and then
Yes.
now obviously Meka Imperfect, which you still have quite a lot of you still got quite a lot of songs on there from when you first started that channel, I can see, but only a few things, like the latest things you've actually put on music stores. Are you planning on getting any of the older stuff up on the stores, or just only the new stuff?
At some point I do plan on going back to them, like, you mean like the instrumental music?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of. I'm just seeing a lot of tracks here, like a lot of different covers and all that, like Scratch 21 Untitled and like
Some of those
Pokemon
are
covers
just like
and stuff like
random
that.
stuff that you did for fun, right?
Yeah, so
Like it might not be worth licensing those.
Yeah, like I could, especially with the Scratch one, like I know some people get away with putting covers up as originals. Gosh.
Hey! Shut the fuck up! Catch me!
And Goldfarb, don't watch this podcast.
That's what we're naming this.
Ed
Don't
Goldfarb
watch this
is gonna
episode
come
if we've
after us.
covered your music. Yeah, don't.
Ed Goldfarb is the guy who's written a bunch of those like maybe good, maybe bad Pokemon dub openings.
Oh god.
Yeah, especially with the new one.
Yeah, the new ones.
Take me on a journey. Please choose me.
I wanna die!
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish I was dead.
We have a cover
That's
of that
awesome.
coming soon.
We do.
Actually.
It'll be this week, actually, as this episode is coming out. On Friday, Mike and I are dropping our second Imperfect Storm song.
Woo!
It's a cover, a full cover of Journey to Your Heart.
There isn't a full version, so we had to make it up.
I wrote it in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that'll be good. Go ahead, Trent.
I brought up, like, because we talked about this during probably Avatar or something. I don't remember
Probably
when,
Avatar,
but
yeah.
how
I
like
mentioned
when
this
you're
that we had during To Your Heart coming out.
how you're doing more Imperfect Storm stuff, especially when you guys
Yes.
intend to move in together in the future.
We
There'll be
do.
more Imperfect
Bam!
Storm stuff.
The dog doesn't like it.
The dog doesn't. Yeah.
The dog does not like when I shout.
Yeah, our dog literally, like, every time Gus makes a
No,
audible
a
noise,
loud noise, yes.
she, like, freaks the fuck out, and it's just like, can you calm down?
Please.
She is
trying to
going
kill
to
me
get
already.
anxiety when she's living with Gus. That's gonna happen.
Understandable. I'm
Oh,
a loud man.
Yeah.
she's not my dog.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, luckily.
That's all right then. What are some plans? What are some thoughts you guys have?
So, actually, I
cooking
did want
up?
to mention this. So, the new Lisa song came out today, as we're recording this. UK, which is the song that she wrote, or somebody wrote, I don't know, she performed it for the SAO Progressive movie. And originally, I was just going to be like, oh, I'll just cover it for Silver Storm and I'll just do whatever with it. But actually, it's a bit weird and it's not really up my alley, so I asked for Mike's help with the instrumental. I'm not gonna make Mike learn the song because it's fucking insane. The UK is a song that I've listened to it quite a bit in the past couple days because obviously Japan is far ahead of us. So fuck off, Zach. Japan is far ahead of us. So Lisa premiered her music video for it like during Thursday, even though it was supposed to come out on Friday. And it's obviously for us it's still Friday. But that song is it's not really like what I would normally do. And I think a lot of the stuff, especially like the guitar playing, is more suited to how Mike plays compared to how I play. So, and I think his, like, a lot of your low gain, like, amp stuff sounds better than mine. So I think if we just work together on that, that's gonna go up, that English cover is gonna come out, hopefully, like, November-ish, I'm planning. And that'll go up for Imperfect Storm, even though it'll just be me singing, but Mike will be there in spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Nice.
On guitar.
yes. But
Mike
it's
on
a
the
bit-
guitar.
yeah, it'll be like just because also I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. If I had it under Silver Storm, it would just kind of be like there.
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan for it to go in the volume 3 of anime covers. So it would just kind of be there until I did volume 4, and then in volume 4 I don't really know what I'm doing with that yet.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's still a long ways away. But like,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, oh, here's a chance, Imperfect Storm. We'll just pad it up a little bit.
Nice.
So that'll be the plan. That's the only two things we have coming out immediately. Of course, I want to do some more anime covers for our little project eventually. I was going to mention this to you at some point, Mike, but I mentioned to him that we should do an English cover of Kai Kai Keaton, which is the first opening of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
And actually, the more that I think about it, I think if we just had you sing that one, that would
works.
be better.
Yes.
Because I've tried to sing it and I can't sing it for the life of me. So
My voice kind of fits.
yeah,
Eve's
yours
style.
I think yours is a better fit for that one. So if we do Kai Kai Keaton, which I think we will,
We should.
I agree. I'll like take charge of the instrumental there, and then Mike
Yes.
will be singing. So that'll kind of be like a little flip flop type thing. And then we don't have any plans for original music, but once we move in, that we might come up with something.
We do have a couple like demos, but like nothing. Like,
Yeah, Mike and I shared it like back and forth a couple old demos of original songs that we made that just never came to fruition, but we still liked. So we might do stuff with those at some point. It's just gonna be just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Because those were some good demos we sent.
Yeah.
Those are some good ones. Actually, Trent, fun fact, one of the demos I sent Mike is actually the outro for our channel.
Oh, nice. The not at all Breaking Benjamin ripoff. Let's go.
Right, exactly. No, the outro, that one, not the intro.
Yeah.
So the
Okay,
outro,
yeah.
that was originally going to be a full song, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. So,
Sweet.
yeah, so that hopefully will become a thing, an actual thing at some point.
All right. That's
Yeah.
cool.
But
Mike,
that's
I'm
it for now.
I need to compliment you further, Mike. You have a very fucking amazing voice. Like, it's honestly impressive how good you are with singing and voice acting. I know, because you're in my audiobook. So
Yeah, that is true.
I know how good you are with your voice.
Actually, here's a little fun fact about that. With that book. So, remember the Untitled cover we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
So the lead singer, well, actually, the guy who does all the music behind Scratch 21 is Shady Vox.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought there was a connection there because I remember Shady Fox, like he talked about Scratch 21 at one point. I think he might have done a live stream producing the music for that. So that's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool. I wish I could talk to him more, but he's really cool.
He's probably busy as hell.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's constantly on projects and shit.
Yeah, man is busy. Like I already knew him from bloody Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged, and then found his music and like his Eminem covers and shit like that, and I was just like, holy crap!
Yeah,
and
if you've never heard his Eminem impression, his Eminem impression is like near spot on.
Yeah.
What's the fucking rap god line? Like, look, I know something was happening, but I can't give up. Or whatever the fuck he says, like...
Something's wrong, I can feel it.
Yeah, something's wrong, I can feel just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
I don't know what.
If that means what I think it means, we're in trouble. Big trouble. And if he is as bananas as you say, I'm not taking any chances. What's the one?
The whole thing with the audiobook is like, I knew I wanted that character to be British. And I was talking to Shady Fox anyway through Twitter, and I was just like, fuck it, you're tiring yourself out for voice lines, I'll get you to do a few lines. And he was just like, oh, that's not a lot, I'll do it, sure. So, yeah, that's really cool.
I bet he was ecstatic to play a British character for once.
Oh no, no, he's a cool dude, and yeah, like your work was awesome. Your fucking you took the character of the Dark Lord and was just like, nah, I'm gonna make him like I'm gonna make him literally take the piss out of everyone because that's what I wanted, and
what
you made that come to life. But no, it's just like you were 1,000 years old, and I'm just like, I didn't expect that. That was so good. But yeah, I was meaning to ask.
Mike's just having a little fun.
Oh, no, it's good. I was meaning to ask, how long have you been in the game for? Like, how long have you been making music for? Like what got you into YouTube? Like, have you been in the music before YouTube, or... Yeah, what's the go? What are your origins?
So, musically, I technically picked up a guitar at age 6.
Wow.
I didn't play very often because it was my dad's guitar.
And you're probably too small for it.
Yeah, I was. I could barely play Smoke on the Water on it.
Da, da, da.
Or Smoke on the Water, as we say in Philly.
Water, yeah.
Oh, Smoke on the Water, my god. Classic.
But I really got interested in music around 2006 or 2007. Discovered a band called Rush, and from there
soybean mean tried.
And I just
Sawyer, he gets high on you. His
veins fly on you. But yeah, I discovered Rush. I became very obsessed with Neil Peart, the drummer. Rest in peace. And
shut up.
Pretty much. But afterwards, I told my mom and dad I really want to play music. They're like, all right, well, let's just see where this goes. So they bought me a little practice pad. And after buying me that pad, I found my sister's like Beanie Babies or whatever they're called, like the little like bean filled like puppies or whatever they're called.
So just like a stuffed animal, but instead it's like a bean bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I found those. I'd use those as symbols. I had shoe boxes I used as toms, and I had this like whole thing set
like
up
empty
on
cereal boxes.
I had dude. I would just sit on the floor or in my bed and just have a full on drum kit and like have Rush on in the background trying to play Rush.
Yeah.
And after doing that for 3 months, my mom and dad were like, okay. So they bought me an electric drum kit, which no longer works anymore. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And so after playing that for 13 years now, in the meantime through there, I picked up drums. Then my brother got a keyboard, and he never played it, so I played it. and
This is mine now.
And I taught myself how to play it. Then my dad got me an acoustic guitar. I told him I wanted to try guitar again, and I finally learned how to play guitar.
And you were big enough.
Yeah, I was big enough. And bass is technically the newest thing that I've learned.
Yeah, it's like bass is the same. It's pretty much
I
the
love
same.
bass.
Bass is cool.
Fun.
So your interest
nice
came
little jazz
from
bass in the corner.
Yeah, it's
your
very
interest
nice.
came from the acoustic guitar that you're too small to play, and then just drums for fucking ages, and then you moved on to other instruments from there.
Yeah, drums are my prime instrument.
Did you do the,
But
do
in-
the
Mike's,
drums?
Mike's
for one,
really good at drums. Great.
Well, yeah,
like
did
he
I hear
actually,
this
I
once?
think. Go ahead, Trent.
did I hear this once? You did drumming for one of Gus's covers. Was it Diamond and Pearl, or was it something else? Like,
No,
I didn't
not
drum.
yet.
for.
No, I haven't yet, but
Grunge.
I programmed drums on number 1.
You did number 1. That was an Imperfect
Okay.
Storm thing.
Yeah. So on
okay.
that, I didn't play the drums on it. I programmed them.
Yeah.
Which I'm never doing that again.
Yeah,
'cause
that you
was
looked.
fucking
You were in
painful.
pain.
That
doing
was.
that.
I spent 3 hours trying to figure out how to program drums in a DAW I've never used before. So I'm like, Gus, how do you copy and paste? Gus, how do you change?
And I was
velocities?
on my bed. I was on my bed writing the English lyrics. And it was for number 1. And it was like
And you got done in like an hour.
I
You're
was
like,
done like so quickly, and you were like, "How do I do this?"
But no, but like I remember specifically like an hour in, you were fitting like, good, I got the lyrics done.
And
How
what-
far are you? I'm like, I'm at the first verse.
Jesus Christ.
That was a hell of an experience. Just you looked like you were in so much pain. But
I
yeah,
hated
so
that.
so I want well Mike kind of volunteered himself, but when I do my cover of Grunge, the Demon Slayer opening, that should be soon, hopefully soon if I can get around to it. Yeah. I want to do like a more punk take on it. So, and I told Mike about that, and he was like, "Let me do drums." I was like, "Okay, you're in. You got it."
Easy.
Because punk is
'Cause I
my
think-
nature.
Yes, and I think that could be really cool. I like kind of a little more like rock take on it. I think that would be really cool.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think it'll turn, especially with Mike in charge of the drums. I think that'll turn out really nicely. So
I definitely get that punk vibe.
I'm planning for that to be my first upload of next year. But hopefully we'll actually get around to making it here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
Tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow before we go to the concert.
That's awesome. Nah, I do definitely get a punk vibe from your music. I need to just point out from the Meka from your Meka Feel band, Alive Yet Free. Fuck me, that's so good. Love that song.
So
Alive Yet
that
Free is
song,
awesome.
that song actually, when that band started, I texted Phil after we saw the Sonic movie together, and I was like, "Hey, you want to start a band?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Why not?
So I wrote the instrumental. I made the whole instrumental of Alive, and I sent it to him as a demo and said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" It's like, "I'll write lyrics now." So he wrote lyrics for it. He mixed it, and then we were gonna get ready to do vocals together. There was just one problem. Take a wild fucking guess what takes place right after.
Well, it's Phil, so
No.
Oh.
COVID shut down.
oh.
Oh god.
You idiot.
Wow, I didn't think about that. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, COVID kind of screwed everything up, so we couldn't record.
That'll do it.
Shit.
Yeah, so that sucked. So we went till July till we could record it, and then we recorded vocals for it.
Yeah, right. Damn.
And you had to come over to Phil's to record for our cover of 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, so we just finished recording one of the other songs called Timeless, which is the last song on the album.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, like, hey Phil, real quick, I'm doing a cover with Gus. Can I record here? And I felt
Yeah, because
bad.
you were living with your parents at the time.
Yeah.
And you were like, that's not gonna happen. Like, I don't want to record at your parents. Yeah, no.
Oh no, my parents wouldn't have let me record.
Right, yeah.
Just volume.
How dare they? That sucks.
It
How
really do be like that.
It
sometimes.
do be like that.
We touched on it with the how you got into music and all that. What started you getting onto YouTube? Was Mechanizer 8 your first channel?
Technically, yes. I've had some channels in the past that I don't really remember much about and deleted most of them because they were really cringe. Or just ones I don't like.
That's fair.
But Mechanizer 8 was my first real channel that I really got invested in.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I actually experienced having a following. Then after I stopped, I took like a hiatus and made a couple of videos, and then they didn't get much traction. I was like, alright, this channel is practically dead. Let me try something else.
Dead in the water.
This was before I decided I wanted to do music on YouTube. Because on my Mechanizer 8 channel, you'll find some music, but not a lot.
Yeah.
But I was doing music on the side for guys like Canadian Guy A and Jordan Fringe and a couple of other friends of mine.
Yeah, you did like intro stuff, right?
Yeah, I used to do intros on YouTube intros. And
nice.
I made Meka Imperfect in January of 2019.
And that was actually when I posted my cover of Your Adventure from Pokemon Sun and Moon in January of 2019. The next month after that, Mike messaged me asking if he could use my lyrics for his own cover, and I was like, hell yeah.
That's actually how
we met in 2019.
We kind of just hit it off right away too. We kind of just started talking.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened with me and Trent too.
No, I made the amazing online artist video because I loved your Nate Wants to Battle instrumental covers.
Yeah, way back when.
And then
Nate Wants to Battle instrumental covers.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we just started talking about wrestling, and then it just popped off from there.
Yeah, it went off from there.
Yeah, it's crazy how things like that happen in the online sphere. It's
well, sometimes
cool
there seems to be a trend, right? There's a trend between these two meetings, and it's the fact that I don't shut up.
Yes, that's you're the catalyst with that because you just keep talking, and it's just like all right, yeah, I guess we're friends now, fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like in terms of like actual like influencers to get me into like doing music on YouTube, it would have been like Jonathan Young and Shady Vox.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love Jonathan Young.
Yes, Jonathan Young is so good.
Yes. Actually, like
we talked about John before. We talked about Jonathan Young before. I love the guy as well, and a lot of his stuff is good, but a lot of his stuff does also fall flat, in my opinion. But yeah, we have talked extensively about Jonathan Young. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, fuck his song "Land of the Living." I love that shit.
Have you heard his new song that dropped today?
Yeah, I did. I heard it while I was driving up here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
I don't like it nearly as much as I like Land of the Living.
I like this one.
The one with Rich Alley?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It didn't hit as much as Land of the Living did for me. Cause like I like the guy that produced it.
Howard Benson.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy, he's like one of the biggest
his name!
He's one of the biggest audio engineers in the industry.
I forget his name. I know how to forget things.
Oh, you're
it's
right.
really cool with Jonathan Young because I found him from the One Punch Man opening, and then going
as many people
did.
yeah. Seeing him go from there to working with composers and like people from 3 Days Grace and shit like that, it's like wow, that evolution is fucking crazy. That's awesome. But
him doing the fucking Pokemon theme with Jason Page, the original singer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, dog.
Bloody hell.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Him and Shady Fox, yeah, I agree. They are mint, but I mean, out of all influences, you kind of got a broad spectrum there. You got the heavy metal Disney cover artist, and you got
you fuck,
and then we got Shady Fox. Like Jesus Christ, that's awesome.
I will refrain from saying what Mike just did, but he committed a sin.
Oh, what? Oh God. All right.
When do I not commit sins?
God, that's gonna smell, dude.
It's not.
Oh, you
don't know me.
Damn it. Okay. Also, I had a question. How did you come up with your channel name, like Meka? Because I know like the Meka Imperfect, Meka
That's your
Knights.
nickname, right?
Yes.
Where does that come from?
So when I started Mechanizer 8, I met my friend Canadian Guy A. And when we started talking, he just kept referring to me as Meka.
Was it like an autocorrect thing?
No, that's just like audibly that's what he would call me, is Meka.
Oh.
So Meka just became a nickname that everybody knew me as. So like when I'm online, I use Meka more than I do Mike.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so I kept that name when I switched to Meka Imperfect, and
it does have a much better ring to it than like Mike Imperfect.
Yeah, and like the imperfect part gets a little deeper because I used to have a really bad struggle with pride. Like I was a very egocentric person before I ever met you.
Right. Yeah. I think you told me about this.
And I was a real piece of shit between 2014 to like 2018.
High school years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, right when I got into singing, I thought I was great. I thought I was better than everybody. And
big surprise!
I listened back to those videos and go, no.
I didn't know how to sing.
Everyone has been a piece of shit for one period of their life, so like we don't blame you. Like you've grown out of that.
But I wanted to make the last name of my stage name to be Imperfect because I wanted it to be a resemblance of I'm not perfect, I never will be perfect, nothing I make will ever be perfect. I don't want to be accused of being perfect. I don't want to ever think that I am perfect.
That's some fuck shit. You call me perfect, I'm gonna fucking slap you.
I'm imperfect. Get it right.
You call me perfect? Fuck you. I'm not perfect.
Fuck right off.
It almost works at being cool.
It almost works to our benefit, right? Because like, I think the name Imperfect Storm has a layer beneath it, right? Because it's like people say, "Oh, it's a perfect storm," but like imperfect.
It's an imperfect storm.
Ooh. That kind of cool.
Words. Damn.
Pun time.
Pun time.
Pun time is all time.
Pun time is every time.
So what you label yourself as a video game score composer? What are some games you've been featured in or are currently working on?
So I'm working on this game called My Life. It kind of sucks, you know, between.
Yeah, so I got this game. It's called Life. It kind of sucks dick. I mean, my God, I go through this shit. I live through this shit every fucking day, and it just never gets better. It's just like, God, when's it gonna end?
That's a fucking endorsement and a half. My God.
But I'm working on a video game called Our Dying World, by this guy on Twitter named The Real Tron.
It fucking sucks.
Not to be confused with the Real Tron.
Not to be confused with the real,
or
the Unreal Tron.
The Unreal Tron,
the not
right?
Real Tron.
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, it's an RPG. I don't remember much about the story because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
I've been working on this soundtrack for the last 2 years. Or no, I think it's been a year now. Maybe it's either been a year or 2 years, but I've been working on this game for a while.
I would forget everything too.
Yeah, so I don't remember entirely what the story is about because it's been so long. But it's about like angels and demons, and it's an RPG. It's a really cool looking game. I've played the demo of it, and I gotta say, hearing your music in a game, like moving your character around and hearing your song in the background, is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's my music. It's kind of like when you do voice work for the first time, and you hear your voice in a project.
Yeah.
And you go, whoa, that's me.
Whoa. Yeah. I know what you mean. Well, I don't, but
No,
I'm going to pretend I do.
You know what it's like,
the
Gus.
voice
You bullied
thing.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Voice work, I would love to do more
Voice
work.
thing. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's a thing with voice acting. Like, there's just so many people out there trying to do it. Like, crowding the space.
That's why you have to be better than them.
Right. And it's really not that hard. Because they all kind of suck dick.
Just go on casting call club and just go.
If you ever want to feel better about yourself, just go on casting call club and scroll through the fucking auditions. Like, oh, wow,
No,
these people suck.
Occasionally, I will say, occasionally you do find a diamond in the rough.
Yes, that's true.
And then sometimes you get cheated out of a good role by someone with a microphone that's the equivalent of a 240p video.
Yeah.
That diamond for me was Naka Ishima. She is phenomenal. That when I was fucking looking for voice actors and all that, and I remember like just getting Gus in to do bits of the audiobook and him bullying himself. That was funny.
Yes,
but then,
I bullied myself in the audiobook.
And then he's just
I was
like,
the kid who got bullied, and I was the bully.
I was like, I need another dude to do one of the Dark Lords and maybe the Tower Guard. It's just like, yo, Mike does voice work, and I'm like, yo, all right, let's hear it. And yeah, no, it's fucking good. Have you had a chance to feature in any other voicing roles?
You've done like a couple, right?
I've been in a couple things. Ones that I kind of wish I can go back and do now that I know what I'm doing a little bit.
Now that I know how to speak.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I wasn't bad.
Right.
But I wasn't amazing either.
Yeah.
I was in...
Probably like the projects you were in.
The what?
Probably like the projects you were in. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing either.
Yeah, I was in a couple Minecraft roleplays to get started, and then I was in this little My Little Pony thing called Blaze the Pegasus.
Nice.
Which is basically
Blaze
like...
the Pegasus. That's like a Sonic character.
Yeah. Yeah, Blaze the Pegasus was basically like... The humans found a way to get to the pony world, and we're trying to take over it for some reason. And we created an army, and we had to go and take care of them.
Yes.
Okay.
So I
did that. I went to space and started interacting with My Little Pony characters.
I played the lead character in that show, and that was we only did an episode, but yeah, that was a fun time. I would love to do more voice work now that I have time to do it, because I love doing voice acting. I just need to get my name out there more to do it.
See, here's the thing about voice acting, right? You know how I mentioned like there's so many people just like crowding the space. I've thought about like a lot. You know, if I were to get into voice acting, which I want to eventually, because I don't see myself doing anime covers when I'm 40, it would be like, I feel like I would have leverage with a following, like a substantial following. Oh yeah, they announced a Smash tournament in our Anti-Poke server. I feel like I would have leverage if I had like a substantial following, because like, you don't have to look further than Nate Wants to Battle, and I've talked about this to Trent. Nate played the lead character in Luck and Logic, which was like a pretty bad show. It wasn't very good, and it was like I don't know. It felt like there was no real reason. Like he kind of made the trip down to their Funimation, like the Funimation studio in Texas, and like recorded a few things. He was in the Fairy Tale Dragon Cry movie. Like he just recorded a couple things and then left. Like and I don't think he had to audition or anything. I mean, maybe he did, but it was Luck and Logic, so no one probably gave a fuck about the auditions. So, like, I feel like if I'm gonna get into voice acting, I just go that route. But also, I feel like that's lazy to an extent, and maybe not even possible once I actually have that much following. So, I have thought about doing, like, I changed one of my channels recently to FireStorm 2, and I'm just gonna be posting a bunch of random shit on it. I thought about doing, like, narrating. I've been reading My Hero Academia spinoff called Vigilantes, which I've been really enjoying. I want to do like practice by reading the lines of the main character Koichi, and like maybe post that online and see if anything happens. Because like I would love to, if that ever became an anime, which I don't know that it will. I don't have like no way to tell. It could not. If it were, I would kill a man to voice Koichi in that dub. Because I really love his character. He's kind of a blockhead. He's a bit of a moron, but he's like so innocent and sweet. Well,
he's partially like you.
Yeah. He's a blockhead. And that seems like if you're really like an independent creator and you want to get your name out there in voice acting, then you just gotta do it, right? Like you can't just wait for someone on Casting Call Club to let you be a part of their Minecraft roleplay.
Exactly.
Right? Like, you gotta just do it. So that's my plan. It's just a matter of actually doing that. Which is easier said than done, frankly. But I'm gonna try. So that
you
would
have
be
a ridiculous amount of channels. That is ridiculous how many YouTube channels you have.
I've told you about Mega Pikachu, dude, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Oh, wait, no,
Have I not told you about this? I told Trent about it. Mega Pikachu Dude was my first channel.
Mega Pikachu?
Mega Pikachu Dude. From when I was
It's
10,
so good.
I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And I was recording shit on, like, a $50 handheld camera. Because I didn't have a phone.
Right.
So, and then I was just uploading it, like...
Does it still exist?
Yes. Okay. I don't know how to log into it.
It is awesome. It is so good.
It's,
I'm gonna binge it one night.
Not tonight, you're not. Not while I'm here. But yeah, like, I do... See, I don't really post much on my incredible amount of channels, and one of them I can't even log into. But if I ever do, like, memes or shit, or, like, if I ever, for some reason, post any more TikToks, I'll, like, upload them to my SilverStorm 2 channel. Which used to be the Silver Vlogs channel, but I just deleted a bunch of shit and just posted a couple other things. Like, I posted the Stand Tall cover where I impersonated Goofy. Mm-hmm. Remember that one?
Yeah.
I posted that on there. Like, I'm just gonna post, like, memes and shit, and then maybe if I want to do voice acting stuff, I'll either post it, if I do voice acting stuff, it'll either be there or the Silver Talks channel, because I think that would also fit. Yeah, I'm like, it's because the only one I'm actually active on is the music channel, because that has a consistent schedule.
Yeah.
But every other one is just like, I used to post there and now I don't anymore. Or I do, but rarely.
Since you're a part of you're in part of Imperfect Storm with Gus, obviously. You're also part of Meka Phil. Are there any other things you're a part of currently, or is it just those and Meka Imperfect?
And the video game stuff.
Yeah. Well, one of my roommates, him and I have a little jam band that we started last weekend. So we're kind of just fiddling around with that. We don't really see it doing anything, but it's just something on the side for the weekends to do.
Miles?
Are there any further plans for Meka Phil then?
What's that?
Are there any future plans for Meka Phil then, or is it just kind of...
we have 2 singles done. We're planning on getting the videos done for them. It's just a matter of when I actually make the video, because I'm debating either making a lyric video for it like everybody else does, or taking a really nostalgic route and just screen recording a Windows audio visualization, because that's just fucking nostalgic.
Because I don't have After Effects.
I mean, because there's... Okay, hold up. Listen here, son.
Yes, Dad?
Windows audio visualization is nostalgic, okay?
I'll give you that.
I was born a year before you. I know how this stuff is.
Okay, Grandpa.
I'm only 23!
I'm growing old. When am I gonna die again?
Hopefully soon.
It'll be soon
Also,
if I
of course,
have anything to say about it.
Of course, I failed to mention the Meka Imperfect channel, which is,
Yes.
from what I can tell, what is that mostly? Is that just you talking about topics you like, or is that also music related, or what mostly are you planning for that?
So that one, Meka Imperfect was going to be a channel where I really wanted to talk about Pokemon. So I created a channel so that I can specifically talk about Pokemon to separate that from my music.
Yeah, Mike and I talked about this, because I was like, do not put it on your Meka Imperfect channel.
Yeah.
Make a new channel for it. Because you're just gonna crowd up the stuff with your audience, with stuff that your own channel with stuff that your audience is not expecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, making a new channel was the right way to go about it.
Yeah, and I haven't uploaded very much to it because I don't really know what to do with it. Because I haven't really watched much of the new Pokemon anime.
We're both behind.
Yeah, like I lost track when Iris came back, and I haven't really watched it since.
Same.
Not that it's bad.
I don't think it's bad. It because of its whole like, it's not like consistent enough. There's no like continuity from week to week, so like why even bother?
Yeah.
It's like 1 week there's a Turtwig race, and the next Iris comes back.
Yeah.
That's about what we're dealing with.
Yeah, pretty much. And just who's the next character gonna be? It's Serena. No, I'm kidding.
It's Serena.
No, no. If you couldn't tell, I am not that heavily into the anti-poke sort of thing, as I know a lot of you guys are, because like we've talked to a few people that are definitely more involved in it, and I'm just kind of here like, yes, I like Pokemon. Yes, indeed. I play the games, and that's about it. 'Cause I'm just, that's what I do. But man.
Sorry, Mike and I were mouthing things to each other.
Oh, great. Why don't you kiss?
We're talking, it was about the people, or our...
I know what you said. I think I get. I think I know.
Okay.
I think I know.
Okay, good. Great.
Also, okay. So, what are your plans for your own channel? What are you looking to create in the future?
Content. No,
Just
I'm
content?
kidding.
Yeah!
I'm a smartass.
Good one.
I just wish I was smart.
Nice, good, nice.
I
nice
have the ass part down. I don't have the smart part down.
You got a fat ass.
Damn.
I wish.
What are you double cheeked up on a Thursday? Whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't watch
I don't
TikTok.
know.
I don't know. TikTok. Fuck it up.
Basically, just mixtures of like, especially right now, I kind of want to just make some instrumental music, kind of just like give my vocal stuff a break for a chance. And occasionally, like, I'll still be making uploads of vocal things, but instrumentals are where I thrive. Just writing melodies and chords and stuff is just where I fit. I'm not very good with writing lyrics.
Thankfully, Mike and I have a kind of good dynamic there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm quite proficient at lyrics.
Yeah, so Gus comes up with lyrics and I do music, so that right off the bat we work well.
Yeah. Our
Nice.
creative, like, what's nice about, I think, obviously we haven't worked all that much together yet, all things considered, but I think our creative processes are like a little fundamentally different. So I think when we work together, it all kind of meshes pretty well.
Right.
Yeah. So
It
like, because a lot of
gels.
times I'll start out with like I'll build songs around vocal melodies that I come up with that are like that I improvise or whatever, and I'll just be like, oh, I like that. I'll make a song out of it. And then I'll like try to build some chords around it, etc. But you start with riffs and stuff. So I think that'll whenever we get to writing stuff, I think that'll probably work pretty well together. So it's just a matter of like finding that balance, But that's still a ways away, I think.
Yeah, we still got another year.
Yeah, I need to graduate first.
Yeah.
I
But
can't. That would be so cool to see. Just you two actually being able to collaborate so easily, and well, that would be mint, because it does sound like it gels very well. Like especially with your cover of number one. Like that was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's the same thing happened with me in Florida Gardens, right? My buddy Chandler, he doesn't really write vocal stuff, so this was like 2016 when he brought me in, but like it's the same deal. Like he wrote a lot of instrumental demos and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I like that. I'll just sing over it and write some whatever. So it's the same kind of thing that happened there. So it's a nice like that's why me and Chandler worked really well together. He would just send me these demos, and I'll be like, oh, I can sing over that. So yeah, it's the same kind of deal. But yeah, and I've mentioned this to Trent as well. Like, you have a talent for like writing instrumental stuff that I just do not have. Like you like I don't know, the way you come up with your riffs and stuff is just fuck off Discord. Like the way you come up with like the riffs and stuff, it's just like it's beyond me, right? Like so that's why I think we'll work well together too. So like, and I think especially like if you continue to get your name out there, like, and as time goes on, there'll be more and more projects that need music.
Yeah.
You'll be in high demand, I think.
At some point,
Hopefully, yeah. So
because there's not a lot of us, all things
right,
considered.
and there's not a lot of people who can like write good instrumental stuff.
And quick.
Yeah, and quick. So that'll. It's just the online thing. You just gotta get your name out there. It sucks, but it's how it is.
Yeah, the way you were speaking earlier, like how there's so many like. Not only are there's like a plethora of voice actors, there's also a plethora of people trying to get big in the music industry. Like just so
Yeah,
low.
absolutely.
There's that many people trying to do it that it is a difficult thing to do nowadays. It's not as simple as just like dropping some shit, putting it on the radio, and being like, "Yo, check me out." It's now building
Especially
an entire
if you're making
brand.
anime stuff.
Yeah, no, and now
Then you're just a
especially-
loser.
It's just like, yo, do you want to hear
here's-
me talking, speaking half Japanese on this song that I made and chuck it on
broken
the radio?
Japanese? You like broken English? How about some broken Japanese?
Yeah, I know, right? Shit. This is yeah. So
I feel like
definitely-
though with that kind of style of music though, like I was talking to a friend of mine about Vessel, and they were like, what makes that special is that it's a mixture of pop, no, it's a mixture of punk with Japanese elements to it. I think I was talking about this with you, Gus.
Probably.
Is that
I just don't remember.
it's essentially punk with Japanese elements to it, and with that anime style, with anime becoming more
so much more mainstream.
It's so much more mainstream nowadays.
Yeah.
This style of music hasn't been touched yet, really. At least over here in the West, it has not been
It's
touched
so much
yet.
more mainstream to the point where Disney are now producing their own anime. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yes,
the hell?
exactly. So it's literally like, if we can just keep making this Japanese style punk, you know, who knows? We could probably bring, you know, dub OPs back.
Right. Because that's a lot of times they feel like such missed opportunities.
They do.
Because like, I feel like half the time the only thing missing from an anime becoming like a mega hit like Pokemon was is just a dub opening.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't know.
I mean, now like when it comes to
jam
like,
out-
Jujutsu Kaisen, it makes sense that they kept Eve's.
Yeah, Jujutsu the Jujutsu Kaisen dub is a mistake.
Well, right.
Never watch it.
I jam out to the 4Kids opening of One Piece daily. That shit is so good.
You know what else had a really solid OP that was a dub opening?
Which one?
The original Dragon Ball.
Oh.
Have you heard that one?
What is it? What's it called?
Dragon Balls.
Oh yeah, that rings a bell.
It's funky as anything.
It's the '90s shit, man.
That was the 80s.
Was it '80s?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
Yeah, Dragon Ball came out in the 80s.
Damn. That's nuts.
And then Z was in like the late 80s, early 90s, I think.
Because that's like, I feel like, I've mentioned this on the show at some point. I don't remember when, but when I first started watching Fairy Tail a couple of years ago, it felt like I was marathoning like a Saturday morning cartoon show, like one of my favorite ones, and it like because I watched the first 50 episodes in Fairy Tail in probably a couple days.
Damn.
So, like, I feel like that could have easily been like a huge hit on like, I don't know, maybe Cartoon Network or something. But if it just had a dub OP,
Yeah.
like, because it's goofy enough to the point where it would be like it would get kids interested into it.
Yeah.
And like it's serious enough to where like the teenagers would be like, especially the new teenagers, would be like, whoa. But
Or just be like me, you're there for happy.
that's true. You're a sucker for cute animals.
I am. Hand me a cute animal in a show or an anime, and I'm all over it.
That's another question I need to ask is like, other than Pikachu, what's your favorite Pokemon?
This man. How many Pikachu plushes is that on your desk, Michael?
Let's see. Altogether, I have 1, 2, 3,
Oh fuck.
4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7.
7 of them scattered
See,
across the room.
I've only heard from Gus of your love for Pikachu, so I had to assume you got a multitude of plushes. But
Oh yeah, and it's not gonna stop there.
fair
It's
enough.
not gonna stop there.
But
I'm gonna
Pikachu,
have to hold you back when we go to the mall tomorrow from like buying another one.
Yeah, like dead ass. Like when we went to New York to meet up with the Anipoke community, we went to the Pokemon Center or New York NYC.
Yeah,
Or not,
NYC.
to,
Nintendo NYC.
Nintendo NYC. And I walked upstairs and I saw this very fluffy Pikachu. And I'm like, Gus, I want this. Like, Mike,
I was like,
self-control.
Self-control, please.
I'm like, okay.
It's like $50.
It was like 35.
Okay.
I love that you two have to
But-
dad each other. That's so
But
funny.
then we go back there when we meet up with the group, and he's like, Mike, get it. I'm like, what? And you're like, get it. I'm like, say no more.
Yeah, no, dude, it, like, because now it was like, now we were just with everyone, and I was like, time to be a bad influence.
By the time you said get, he was already at the checkout.
Yeah, he was already in line.
I had it.
That's
It's
awesome.
mine.
It's fluffy as hell.
Is it this one over here?
It's that one over there. It's at the very bottom.
Yeah. Kind of stuck underneath the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That big one. That's the
Rest in
trainer.
peace.
I know you guys can't see it because we're
Yeah.
audio files right now.
Yeah.
But
You're currently
there's
MP3s.
I have this big Pikachu from the Pokemon Center that's supposed to be
Is that the actual size of it?
yeah
18 or whatever the fuck?
17
16?
inches.
17 inches.
Would you do us the kind service of taking a photo of your plushies and I'll throw it in the episode?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll have him send it to me later. Yeah.
I'll just post
All
it.
right,
in chat.
awesome.
Oh,
But anyway, back to your
that's
video.
good. Yeah, that's true. I don't make the videos. Trent does.
Does
I
it?
made the
Yeah.
videos.
I put the audio files together.
Okay.
And I make the podcast audio file, and then I send it to Trent. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I suck at that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But
Because
anyway,
I put
yes,
it together
back
in
to
FL Studio.
original question. Second favorite Pokemon. Go.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be, Michael?
This is a tough question.
No.
Toughest question I've had so far.
This one you don't have an answer to yet.
It's either. Oh wait, second favorite. I'm an idiot. It's Weasel.
Oh right, yes, of course.
How did I forget
Weasel.
that?
Yeah. Mike loves Weasel.
Yeah, Weasel. I have an unhealthy love for Weasel, just like I do Pikachu. If there were plushes of Weasel,
I feel like they
I would
must
still
exist.
They do, but they're ridiculously expensive.
Oh, like
I've-
eBay type shit.
Yes, I will show you prices tonight. They are
Ugh.
so stupid.
Weasel's
Ugh.
awesome.
Imagine
I loved it
40
in the
bucks
anime.
for an 8-inch plush,
Ew.
and then
Damn.
$10 for shipping.
Ew. Fuck off, eBay.
Yeah, I mean they're coming from Thailand, so it's gonna be crazy.
What are they doing over in Thailand?
It's got to come
They're
over
making,
here.
making Weasel plushes over there. Jesus Christ.
Well, because someone, I think it's whoever bought them lives in
they're
Thailand.
just reselling them.
Yeah, they're reselling them.
So this is like
They
plushes
buy
from,
'em
like
and then resell.
2008 or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, right.
That's why they're like $50
Yeah.
before shipping and taxes.
Because they're just out of existence now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off. Discord.
That's fucking long-term booking right there. That's long-term.
They're really trying to make a profit.
Jesus Christ! Like, there's
Hey,
one out of 800.
You had foot shit?
Shit.
I touched his foot with my foot. It was kind of funny.
That was gay, dude.
Dude, that's hella gay.
say that.
I don't know. I guess like looking back on our humble beginnings, Michael, it's almost weird that we've gotten to this point.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's cool, right? Because
Right.
like, when you messaged me, you're like, "Can I use your lyrics?" And I was like, "That's whatever." And then I, as I do, I probably just didn't shut up, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden we had each other on Discord. Like, so
Because we started talking about music and how the
Yeah,
chords in Kimi no Boken were so weird.
they are weird. And
And you didn't play most of them, so
listen,
you were in drop tuning, weren't you?
no, wait, was I? I don't
You
remember.
probably were.
No, I think I was in standard.
Bullshit.
I was. No. I was in standard for most of it, except the that was drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why does that matter? It's down anyway. You don't even use that string.
What string?
You don't even use the drop D.
But I did. I made it different. That because I'm
Man.
I'm a very good musician.
I'm standing.
Thank you very much. I'll be here for the next couple.
Yeah, you'll be here for a couple more days.
Next couple days. But I mean, listen, I had basically no plans for when I graduated college because I have some friends at VT. It's like whatever. I don't really want, like, especially now where I'm at the point where I'm taking the music stuff pretty seriously. Like, I don't want to live with people, especially once I'm completely on my own and not in college.
Because I'm not a person. I'm a.
Fuck off. I wasn't done.
You're a dragon.
Listen, it's
You're right.
Yeah, dragon.
I'm a fluffy dragon.
Fuck you.
When?
Tonight.
Yeah. Once
Yes.
once this turns off, bro, it's over.
Dicks out. No, okay, sorry.
Yeah, dicks out. But it was like, I'm at the point where I don't really want to live with people who don't who wouldn't appreciate what I'm doing Like, they would just get annoyed with me.
I really just want to cut it off at the point where you said with people, which is I don't really want to live, and then just cut it off.
I don't really want to live. I don't really want to
anyway.
live anymore. It's because I don't really know who I would live with. I don't really particularly like any of the friends I made at VT enough to the point where I would say like, hey, let's live together. Because I have a couple roommates back at the apartment, and they're cool, but they never really talk, and it's like, so even if I try to talk to them, it always gets awkward. You know, I never shut up, so it's like it just gets really weird and awkward, and I'll just say things, and then they give me these weird looks. I'm just like, okay, so I said something weird. That's not unusual, but like, it's now that I'm like at the point, you know, Mike's a bit older than me, and he's been on his own for a while.
I'm a year.
That's a bit, in you know, relative terms, right? Like, you know, we're both gonna die at the same time.
Yes.
It's fine. So, but now it's like, because I think living with people who are musically inclined is the way I want to go. Because when I work on things, I like to be around people who also are like driven and musical, because that inspires me to be more musical and creative. Because as it is, it's like, okay, I have a number of ideas for original songs, and, you know, I still do covers and stuff, and those are always fun. But there would be a point where I would run out of creativity, right? Like, a lot of my stuff would start sounding really similar to each other, and I think being around people who are musically inclined, especially someone like Mike who thinks differently than I do in terms of like the musical process and the way we create our songs, will help me broaden my horizons musically. And especially since, to a point, I want to take music, like, you know, I want to have multiple different points of income.
Yeah.
Points of income. But
I guess you could say he'll bring me the horizon.
Oh shit!
Get out. Get out. Leave. Leave. You're not allowed. But it's you know, because now it feels like, even though, like, I'll admit, I'm like, the part of me is a little bit apprehensive about moving to a completely new place, but on the bright side, I don't really want to live in Virginia. So
we have a plus.
Yes.
And plus, the music scene in Philly is
and I think
significantly better.
Yeah, and I think I do want to eventually expand into to the point where we can do live stuff.
Yeah.
And this is definitely
openings down.
And
here.
this is definitely the place,
up here.
This is definitely the place to do that, for sure. So
I mean, hell, even my old band that no longer exists got in there. You know what I'm talking about.
I sure do. But that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, it'll be good, I think. I just have to graduate. It'll take me another year. But it's, I don't know, it's cool to, like, that I have some kind of direction now for when I graduate, because, you know, I used to be going to school for engineering. I was gonna get like a computer science degree, and I was gonna be one of those dudes who like sits behind a desk all fucking day and it hates his life and maybe has a couple children or whatever. Now it's like, I'm taking music more seriously. I have creative friends. So it's like, oh, maybe I can go do things with my creative friends. So it's just nice for me to have some kind of direction. And I mean, really, now I'm in school for communication. I can get a job with that anywhere. And I don't really care what it is, as long as I don't have to go through hell for it, right? Like, so it's just cool to have the that kind of idea in my head. Like, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go once I'm done with the stuff in my immediate future. So it's like, it's just cool to have creative friends, you know? So, thank you, Mike, for being a creative friend. Don't dab. That's fucking stupid.
I do it ironically.
Tell you what, it does help, especially like when you find someone that's so easy to bounce things off of. Like, and yeah, it's just like that meshing and that gelling works just so easily. And like, clearly, with the way you guys just combined your styles with like, oh, I'm good at instrumental stuff. Oh, I've got lyrics. Oh, fuck, perfect. Let's just mash that together, and you got yourself Imperfect Storm. But like, it is really nice when you find someone like that, and like, it just seems like things are going to fall into place perfectly. Like, I'm really keen, like, over the next few years, like, everyone's going to be doing their own thing, but I'm especially keen to see where you guys are able to go and take things, especially with Imperfect Storm and your own individual stuff. Like, because obviously, Gus, this is going to be weird to say, I was a fan of yours before I was a friend of yours. And
that's how it was for me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's really cool. And since then, you've grown from, 600 subscribers to 8,000. And it's like, holy fuck. Like,
big jump.
Big jump. Crazy shit. I've gained, 40, I think, but doesn't matter. But,
all good.
It's just, seeing that shit happen.
It's all the same.
It's just awesome. I can't wait for, a year down the line. It's just
wait until Mike and I are just in the same house and we're making stupid fucking TikToks together and shit.
Pretty much.
That'll be.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm looking.
We're gonna be brainless together. Mike and I collectively share a brain cell.
Yeah,
that's canon.
All right.
Put it in the lore.
Yeah, put it in the official lore. That goes on the wiki.
Damn, we got an extensive wiki. Most of it revolving around Richard Anderson, but that's besides the point. Richard. Doesn't matter. You guys don't know about that yet. Just watch the Avatar Let's Play. You'll get it.
Yeah, watch the Avatar stuff when it comes out. It's very strange. And
Christmas will be amazing. That's all I gotta say.
Christmas. Everybody wait for Christmas, dude. It's all gonna be worth it. Christmas miracle is going to take place this year.
We'll gain a second brain cell.
Yes! Woo! It's a fucking Christmas miracle. Thank you, Will Ferrell is Elf or whatever. I don't know, something like that. Will Ferrell. Doing the God's work.
All right. Yeah. Mike, do you have anything else you want to add? Anything that you want to let the people know about? Or
plug your Twitter.
Anything you want to plug, especially as well.
Plug your Twitter, real quick.
Yeah, so I have a Twitter account. It's called...
That sucks.
Eat my ass.
All right.
Great.
No, tell me twice.
But, I see what I did there.
Fuck off.
But, yeah, I have a Twitter. It's Meka Imperfect. It's at Pika_imperfect. You can find me there. I'm very active on Twitter. You can also find my stuff on Spotify, Apple Music, and any streaming service that you have.
Under Meka Imperfect.
Yes. And Imperfect Storm.
And Imperfect Storm.
And 123 on Silverstorm's channel.
Yes, and 123 on
DP Rap.
And DP Rap, yes. DP Rap, 123, which are on my channels.
Yes.
And then Meka Imperfect and Imperfect Storm.
Yes.
So, and Imperfect Storm, we did the one thing, more stuff is coming.
Very good stuff. We turned a very crappy song into a very sexy song.
And again, that's this week. We mentioned that earlier. That's this week. New cover from us coming this week. So that'll be cool.
Let's
go.
It, right?
I think so.
All right. All good.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the special guest episode with Mike, Meka Imperfect. Please check him out. Fucking dude is legendary. Hire him to make your soundtracks.
Game developers, you motherfuckers. If you don't email this man saying you want to hire him, I'm gonna come to your house and come to your house.
I'm gonna come to your house and come in your house. That's all you gotta know.
Yes, quite literally. Beware. Be warned.
Hire Mike.
This is not a threat. It's a promise.
Hire Mike. He's fantastic at composing. He's fantastic at voice acting. Get him involved. He deserves the attention. Thank you.
We are going to make that happen.
Thank you everybody for listening to the FireStorm podcast. Let us please subscribe to the channel, listen to us on Spotify, and check us all out individually. Check out all our Twitters and shit like that. Thank you.
Links in the description so you don't have to fucking search.
Yes. Every link in the description that will be relevant. Thank you. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.